I think part of the beauty of being in a space like this is that there is going to be divergence of opinion. And part of what we're talking about is merging action and strategic action and nonviolent direct action, all that sort of the traditional tactics of political strategy with prayer. And so now there's two reasons to disagree. You know, there's 2 points of divergence, is our political tactics are very different from each other. And I think there's learning in that, and people are open to that, but also our forms of prayer are very different. And that's not something that can necessarily be reconciled, nor does it need to be. Part of what's happening is finding the unity in our difference and having shared values and a shared understanding of how we want to live, knowing also that it's going to be different in different contexts, with different historical backgrounds, with different cultures. There is no one way. So if our current crisis, and the crisis of capitalism and the crisis of the West, is defined by monoculture, one way of being, one way of knowing, the monotheistic, monogamous, Judeo-Christian worldview, the antidote is polyculture. It's many ways of knowing, many ways of being, many tongues. Where there's convergence is also where there's emergence, which is a set of values and a set of principles around solidarity with all life, empathy, interdependence, egalitarian, communitarian principles that are really at the core of what's bringing us together. For the founders of Tamera and the community to largely be from the West is even more important, because they're essentially conscientious objectors of the Western culture. And they are byproducts of that culture, and they also show us what is possible when you are aware of the power structures that exist, when you're aware of the programming and those cultural assumptions and notions that are really at the core of our psychosis. And they've done that healing work within their own lineage to be able to hold space now for a broader lineage. And this is a really important moment, I also think, for Tamera, to have Indigenous elders, to have activists from the Global South, and for our various ways of prayer to converge here.